Hi everyone, it's Philippa at Flipcat Craft. Thanks for joining me. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another video using book pages to make ephemera, and this is what we're doing. And this is actually the first of two videos that's kind of inspired by the same thing. These are, you can use them for decorations to stick on your page, or some of them are blank on the back. So you could use them as journaling cards to put in tuck spots. And the way it came about is when I have pages, book pages, music pages, even some blank paper, and I have like offcuts and things, I'm trying to be better and get rid of my scraps and things. So what I do is I punch them, and sometimes I ink around the edges because I might be going to do something with it. So you can see here I've got, that's from a Edith Holden book, that's an encyclopedia page, that's just from an old novel, some tea-dyed or maybe inked up paper. And I do this with scrapbook pages and things as well, but I keep my book pages in a container. This is just the smaller ones so that they're handy. And I then saw someone, it might have been Crafty Alley, I can't remember. I've watched a lot of videos this week. If it's you, please let me know and I'll add you to my links if I can't remember. But I kind of saw someone said they were making clusters out of these kinds of things. And I thought, what a great idea. So that's what I did. So I'll just put this out of the way and show you again. So to start with, I did these ones with a sturdy scrapbooking paper. Let's see here, this is a Kaisercraft one, it's a 12 by 12 and it's plain on one side, and I wanted something that's fairly neutral. I mean, it's blue, but it's fairly neutral background, not much printing, so that the paper and the manuscript music paper would be the feature. And then I got a bit experimental. I thought I'd try to use book pages as the back, but because this is flimsier, I actually used ones I had already pre-made, where the book pages are actually stuck double so that it would be less flimsy. I mean, I might have to stick some of them down again, but that allowed me to then use a decorative paper. I've got different sizes and different types of paper, but it allowed me to use a decorative paper on top of the book page. These ones, I think I use a bigger punch, and that's the bigger punch as well, and then that's a smaller punch. That was just because that was the remnant that I had, but here it is here. I'm keeping this because I thought I could maybe do something with that, but I'm not sure what. But because I'd already torn some of the scrap off the edge, you could actually see more of the writing and stuff. And then I just embellished them. So I thought that we'd make a couple of each kind and see how that goes. Oh, and this one here, I've included it, but it's not actually a book page. It's just a bit of paper I had stamped, and it's just like a manuscript stamp that I quite like. It's an old favourite of a Hero Arts one, but I'm sure most people have a script stamp. Anyway, so these are just part of my building up ephemera that I've been doing for a while, and then we'll get started. So I have some of this blue cardstock. I've got 4 of them, and I've got 2 of this, although that's might have to be stuck down again. And I think this is like a Wilbur Smith book or something. It's often got not great words on it, which is why I wanted to cover it up. Now I've got some more of this floral paper, which I think was a Kaisercraft one as well. So that goes quite nicely there. Maybe do one there. No, that looks a bit busy there. So that's different types of print. So that's the sort of more handwriting style of an Edith Holden book, and then that's an encyclopedia print, and then this one's more of a novel. And yeah, so I wasn't liking that. Maybe inked up it'll be okay. I mean, it's okay here. And the blue one looks alright as well. But on its own it looks a bit plain, so we'll see what else we've got. Anyway, we'll get started. And I find with things like this, it's good to have things punched out in advance, just so it saves time when you get started. Now I'm going to start inking things up, and I'm not going to do that on camera because that will bore you all to tears. So I will be back shortly, although for this one here I wanted to use one of these papers, and this came from a Your Creative Studio box, and I keep saying, oh, they're too nice to use, but honestly I need to stop doing that because I have drawers full of paper and I don't use them. And I also wanted to use one of these stickers. Now, this wasn't Your Creative Studio, it was something else. Can't remember. I'll put it in the show notes anyway. I saw an unboxing, and they also do like packs with themed papers. And I saw someone do this Shanuki, I can't remember, but someone had them, and I went, oh, that's cool. So I ordered some months ago, moved house since, can't find the papers at the moment. I have seen them since I moved, but I do have the stickers handy, and I also don't use the stickers enough, but I liked the effect, and I cut off, you know, obviously they're quite large stickers, but I made a point of using them on these ones just to get the effect, and there's different colours. And if I don't use them, I will never get through my collection. But could maybe use that one. No, that's a bit too close to the book page colour. Oh well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Let's try that one. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. And I probably should have said this, just called this one a mess making, although I haven't done that as a series before, but maybe this is. So as you can see, I've edged both layers. So we've got my usual, these three are in aged mahogany, which is my standard. And then we have aged patina, walnut stain, and villainous potion. And I just thought I was going to do the villainous potion here, and I thought, you know what, I want to make the purple pop a little bit, so that's why I did the aged patina. I had to do one that was a little bit brown, and I thought that that was okay with that. Still not sure how I feel about it, which is funny because I actually really liked it previously, but we'll see how I go. Obviously I'm in a different mood today. And this one here, now this paper, this is the encyclopedia paper from 1922. It's really fragile. I have coffee stained it, but the paper is really fine. Previously I think I used a wet glue, but that was a mistake. So we're going to be using a glue stick today. All right, so that's where we're up to, and I'm now going to glue, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on because I have just had a disastrous time with glue sticks over the last few months. Once again, I've had a glue stick that basically, I'll show you, disintegrating when I use it. It's like the texture of it has changed. I don't know if it's due to heat or whatever. I don't know if it can be salvaged. If it can be, if anyone's got any tips, let me know. Otherwise, that'll be another one in the bin. So I've changed to my Uhu stick, Magic Blue, to preserve the paper so it doesn't all, you know, get disgusting again. And a couple of them go like that a few months ago before we moved house, but that's because where I did my crafting was straight under a heater, which like I had on because it was really cold. And so I can understand some of them getting a bit melty, maybe that way. Next phase of this is picking some flowers. And now these flower stickers are cute. They're like die cut stickers or laser cut stickers, so you have to really maneuver them and find the right ones. But for example, I reckon that might work. And it can take a little bit of time, but my tip, which as given before, is grab some sticky tape, push it down really firmly, and then you just peel it off. Take a little bit of effort, but there you go, peel it off. And I'm going to put this here. And before I finalize that, I will just cut off the bottom. Now, obviously for one that is a book page, I'm going to put some paper there. I'll probably either tear some or punch it, but that way you can write on it. Or else you can just stick that down as a decoration, but I think it'd be nicer to be able to write on it. and I'm going to do different colour flowers on each of these, just, you know, for variety. And obviously this one here doesn't have any book page at all, but all the rest of them do. And I realised that I had actually decided to put manuscript paper on here, music paper on here, and then I forgot. So, you know, it's one of those days. Regular viewers of my channel will realise that, you know, I forget things all the time, but that's all right. I think that looks quite nice. Yeah, it's just fun, you know, don't get too stressed about it. One of my other hobbies is I have a podcast with my partner and a friend, and other friends join us every so often, and it's kind of monthly, although we've been on a little bit of a production break. My partner went away on holidays because he had some long service leave. We went to Central Australia with his father. My other co-host, who was originally from Sydney, but he lives in Melbourne now. He's currently overseas in Japan. We moved house. Our co-host moved house. You know, lots of stuff going on. Oh, look at that. I glued down the wrong part of the sticker. That's all right. It's fine. No, fine. Yeah, so, but if anyone's interested, our podcast, and I'll link it in the show notes, it's called Pod Culture Oz. And we talk about pop culture tropes in movies and literature and TV and gaming. And it's not like, we don't do review shows, so we don't do like episode by episode reviews. What we do is we look at a theme or a trope in a movie, you know, and then look at how it's also in literature or in a book or that kind of thing. Anyway, it's a bit of a chat show. We have fun, and it's got a bit of an academic vibe to it without being academic, if that makes sense. We take our pop culture seriously. We think it deserves to be taken seriously and treated with respect, you know. And we don't always agree with each other, you know. If someone likes something or doesn't like something, we let it be known. I like that one. I think that might have been the one I used last time. Yeah, it was. All right. So I do like this one too. I've got no idea what any of these flowers are. This pack is called It's Blue. Right. So, sorry, no help there. One of the packs is called It's a Tulip. So I thought it might say something like that, but no, this one is just called It's Blue. Right, we're doing It's Blue. Or should blue go there? And pink there. I kind of like blue against that dark background. Right, we'll do blue there. Right, so that looks good there. Yeah, so I've been very busy with work, and I have to laugh about this, and I'm going to tell this story because I'm supposed to be getting another member of my team. I'm a team of one, doing what I do, and we advertised in May, and we interviewed in June, and we had someone we thought was really good, and she was moving to Australia from overseas, and we don't sponsor people in my organisation. She had to have the right to work in Australia, and she'd married someone Australian, and they were both moving back to Australia after COVID and everything. So, and the borders reopened, so that was fine. When you've got a busy job and you're sort of public facing, but you need other skills, it can be very hard to find someone. So we waited 2 months for this person, and she was very pleasant, and you know, she started, and she walked out after 4 days. She said, well, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, and she left. So we've then had to advertise again, and I think we've got someone good. But, you know, so this really busy time where I'm working weekends and nights, I thought I'd have someone else assisting me. And this person, who I don't know what she thought she was going to be doing, because the job is exactly what we told her in the interview. It's exactly as the position description says. And she says something similar in another organisation overseas. So, you know, you just got to laugh about it. as I said to my manager, who was actually pretty annoyed, I think that actually, I have no idea. I don't know why she took a job, turned up for 4 days and then quit. Until my crafting business takes off and I'm a fantastical YouTuber, I'm going to have to go to work every day, as many of us do. And, you just got to make it as interesting as you can. Anyway, that's been my last couple of months. You just have to laugh about it because what else can you do? Okay, so I have a mix of these Tim Holtz Big Chat, and these are quite an old set that I bought and then forgot about. But I bought them for art journaling and forgot about. I've also got these words, and look, these are no longer available. I got them. They're from an Australian company called Collections, which I don't think exists anymore. And I got them again for art journaling. They're dated 2003. I don't think I got them that long ago. Maybe I did. And these are just craft cardstock with words on it that I cut up. You'll have something similar. Or you can cut words out of books. Natasha from Treasure Books suggested that. Or magazines, or whatever. Doesn't matter. Just a word that highlights things. And you can just pick something. And something that might be inspirational for you to write on the back. That's all. And just kind of mix it up a bit. And I'm trying to not always use the black ones because they really pop. But there's some brown ones here. And these have smaller ones, but smaller ones are actually, even with my glasses on, I can barely read them, so I probably won't use them. The brown ones are cool. Yeah, that's quite nice. I am going to be very meta. I'm going to put Grow on this one. And that one's aged mahogany. So I'll link that one up. And that stands out because everything else is quite dark. I'm not going to edge that one because I think it's going to stand out quite a lot. I like that. We have a really nice space here, but it's for a small word, I think. I'm going to go to the black words. Yeah, I like that. Now, do I want a glue stick or do I want something a little bit stronger? I'm going to use my Helmer 450. We can have quite a long word over here. I'm going to go with reflections. Partly showing that you don't have to have the latest and best stickers or whatever, ephemera. And, it's nice to have current things, but you should also use up what you've got. And trust me, I've got a lot. And moving was good because I found a lot of things I'd forgotten about. But as I mentioned, I've also not misplaced. I just haven't found where I put some stuff. So I just need something here. I just point out that the purple and the pink are pretty much the same colour. Not that I'm one to cast aspersions about anyone's colour choices, but I feel that they probably could have been in the same bag. So we basically got that space there. I'll put this word here. And there you have it. So there are 6 quick ephemera spots. You can, as I said, you can either use them as a decoration or you can use them as a journal card. You could stick one down half and use it as a tuck spot. And that's how I've been using up my book pages. And so now I've got a whole stack of these. And so also music pages. And I actually really like the white one on that music page. Well, on that page because it's a bit translucent in a way that one wasn't, which is a bit odd. Anyway, and on these ones, I didn't do it that way. I used, corrugated. I used different words, shapes and things. I've used some of my printables over muslin that's been dyed just for a bit of a different effect. Yeah, so I hope you like those. They're pretty quick to make. As you see, I just made 6 in you know, quite a quick time. And catch up with you again soon.